Welcome back to Path to the Papal See 2012. We are both pleased and excited to share the information for this unique and special time in the electoral process for our new Pope.
CYC is pleased to provide its audience with an objective facts on each of the candidates. We are not going to participate or even try to explain the electoral debates that's happening. This is not going to be our forum, neither we want to be in it. We, however, continue to give you facts on each of them, at least the ones that we have enough objective facts. The 118th throne following St. Mark's seat is the one that we are all looking forward to have, and this is our job to continue diligently to pray that God gives the wisdom and the ability for the church to choose right.
Just to remind you all, we have 17 candidates that are currently on the ballot. This list will be reduced to 7, which will be voted upon to reduce the number to 3. And then a liturgy will be conducted where a lottery will be performed and a child will choose one name to be the 118th Pope of the See of St. Mark in Alexandria.
Here are the names of the candidates arranged based upon the number of years of monastic life from higher to lower. There may be 2 or 3 candidates. Unfortunately, we could not get exact date of monasticism. First candidates, Metropolitan Bishoy, Father Rafael Avamina, Father Anastasi St. Samuel, Bishop Pavnotius.
Bishop Buttress, Father Maximus the Antonian, Bishop Carolus, Father Shenouda St. Bishoy, Bishop Tadros, Bishop Ioannis,
Bishop Rafael, Father Daniel the Syrian, Father Pacomius the Syrian, Father Sarofim the Syrian, Father Picol St. Bishoy,
Father Suiros St. Paula, and Father Bishoy St. Paula.
The last 3 candidates are the candidates that we do not have exact information on their year of monasticism.
I would pray that he is a strong leader like Moses or another biblical character. Also that he's just, his intentions are more modified and modern, like he's not, like he's progressional.
We are of course all praying for this to be a very comforting experience for all the Christian Egyptians that we are praying for right now. And we hope that this new Pope will unite us all together, that he'll bring about the peace that we're all looking for right now, and that he'll be sent by God for us just as a messenger to give us all what we're praying for right now.
Just being honest and being a good leader, because we need someone to lead the church, especially in this time of struggle. And during the time of persecution, we need someone who is wise and will protect the people, but at the same time make our voices heard.
He's very open-minded and trustworthy and very Christ-like, and he constantly shows a good representation of the Christians, and he's willing to talk to other different sects of Christianity so that we can combine and become a strong religion, and that we constantly dominate in Egypt, or we begin to dominate in Egypt and grow just as a body of Christ.
So what do you hope to see in the new Pope?
I hope to see a loving, humble, I'm sure that's what, like, that cares for the Copts, obviously, and just to exemplify Christ and just the previous popes.
Someone can really carry the church and understand the diversity of the church now that it's spread across the world. We know that it's going to be important to encourage the church through its tribulations in Egypt, but also administer to its youth and its people, its shab in America, Australia, all across the world.
In my opinion, is humility and God-fearing man.
I hope to see that he, just like before, like our father that fell asleep, Pope Shenouda, that he would always keep us updated and trying to keep the peace in Egypt and over here too, but especially in Egypt. And since all my family are there, I hoped that he would keep them safe, just as Pope Shenouda did before.
I wish he's almost like Pope Shenouda, and he's nice and kind.
I hope the new Pope has a long life, donation to the poor. I hope he has the same spirit as the old Pope. I also hope that he's as well-hearted and he works in the church as long as he can. Like the Pope's life is very special to all of us.
I hope the new Pope has like a long life and he gives money to the poor and helps us all. And he has a long life and helps all the people and everywhere and helps everyone and prays for everyone. And I hope he has a very good spirit.
I wish the new Pope have a long life. I wish he could be like Pope Shenouda, be famous, do everything good to everybody.
I want the new Pope to be like Pope Shenouda and make good poems, give good lectures, and help Christians succeed all over the world.
Give him by the Holy Spirit the wisdom, the strength, and the health to lead the church in this turbulent time with the changing in the leadership in Egypt and all the political turmoil that's going on. At this time, we really need someone to lead the church.
We need him to take care of the churches in the land of immigrations, because to follow the same steps like Pope Shenouda, who started the new churches here in the United States and in Canada and Australia and in Europe. So to carry on the mission and spread the churches we have overseas, and the youth here need him because they are the future of the church.
Path to the Papal Seat 2012. Now we are going to review the facts about Bishop Tadros. Bishop Tadros was born in Zakazek, Egypt, 1949. He holds a bachelor's degree of agriculture, graduated 1971.
He received a bachelor's degree in clerical studies in 1974. He was ordained a monk at St. Paula the Anchorites Monastery in 1975 and was ordained a priest in 1977.
He served as an assistant to Amba Agathon in Ismailia, 1978, and ordained as an assistant bishop in 1979.
He was elevated to a general bishop in 1985, and he became secretary for Pope Shenouda in 1988.
Bishop Tadros, among other services he's doing, he is the executive manager for the channel Agape.
Now we are going to review Bishop Ioannis. Bishop Ioannis was born in Malawi, Minya on October 11, 1960. His name at birth was Hani Aouni Aziz, and he is the older brother of Bishop Gabriel of Beneswef.
1983, Bishop Ioannis graduated from the Faculty of Medicine, Asyut University, and in December 1987, he became monk Theophilus in the monastery of St. Paul the Anchorite in the Red Sea.
In 1991, he was ordained a priest, and in 1993, he was enthroned as a bishop and was chosen to become the assistant bishop and patriarchal secretary at the patriarchal residence in Cairo, Egypt.
Bishop Ioannis is one of the general bishops.
Our expectations for the new pope outside of the immigration land, outside of Egypt, would be someone whose presence, I guess, is felt even when he's not there.
As a person living abroad and an immigrant myself, we hope that this new pope will reach out to all the people in all the different immigration lands and all the Coptic Orthodox Christians that really would like to express their opinions. And we hope that he takes that opinion and he really brings together all the churches and all the people under one voice under God.
I hope our new pope tries to get all the immigrants to come here to be in a safer area, to be in a safe haven where they can start new lives. I pray that he is very progressional and that he does things for the immigrants.
To be an encouragement for each and every one of us, those who don't have the same connection to the motherland, to that connection of the church in Egypt, but to understand our needs and to really identify with the church in America. We're still Coptic, we're still beautiful children of St. Mark, but we have different needs, and my desire is that the church, that the new Pope administers to our needs.
Just unite the Oriental Orthodox churches. Myself, I'm Indian Orthodox. I would love to meet the new Pope and just begin the unification process that is Orthodoxy.
I want the new Pope to not stop where we are, just to keep growing in the other lands over here, Australia, Kenya, in Canada too. I want for us to keep growing, that we're not just gonna stop, because you know there's so much ministry work that happened outside, and it's beautiful to see other people speak other tongues, but also they speak Coptic with us. It's a universal language, Coptic.
Personally, I hope that the Pope can change the immigration line by allowing the Copts to not flee from the country, but have the opportunity to leave and to have better lives for themselves. I think this will benefit the people a lot, because a lot of them can't survive in the areas that they are in. And I understand that it's the motherland, but at the same time, you want to live and you want to have a good life for your family. So I hope the Pope can change something like that and not have them go through this long process and get nowhere with them.
We need the Pope to come and visit us and take care of the churches here and establish like lectures or sermons so we can hear him here.
I feel that the Pope needs to definitely have good relations with various people throughout the world in different countries. And I'm talking not just about presidents, but I'm talking about people who are really truly interested in upholding rights for immigrants, whether it be the rights for not just social services, but for language acquisition, or the rights for them to be acclimated into this community in ways that they can access services, whether it's learning English or getting proper health care, but also underlying that is education. Because I feel that our communities, as they scatter abroad and some leave Egypt and some stay in there, these relationships abroad are going to help inform the various opportunities and services of our people. I feel a lot of times it's only by chance or by the limited sometimes abilities of the churches that they're able to access the rights and the resources that they need. I wish that the new Pope would himself and with the support also, of course, of those who are serving with him, be able to reach out and forge these relationships and forge these connections across lines for the support and the long-term support and sustainability and success of the Coptic Orthodox people throughout the world.
We will now review Bishop Tadros. Bishop Tadros was born in 1952. He graduated from the College of Pharmacy in 1975.
He joined the Clerical College in 1983.
He became a monk in 1988 and was ordained a priest in 1989.
He was ordained as a bishop in 1997. He currently holds the general bishop position for El Buhaira as an assistant to His Eminence Metropolitan Bachomius.
We will now review Bishop Rafael. Bishop Rafael was born in Cairo in 1958, given the name Michael Arian Hakim.
In 1982, he graduated from Ain Shams University School of Medicine, Cairo, Egypt. In August 1990, he became a monk in the Baramos Monastery as the name Father Justus.
In May of 1995, he became a priest and in 1997 he was enthroned as bishop.
Bishop Rafael is an assistant to His Grace Bishop Musa, the Bishop of Youth Affairs, and Bishop Rafael is one of our general bishops. He is serving mid-Cairo.
Now we will review Father Daniel El-Soriani. Father Daniel Soriani was born in 1962 and he's 50 years of age. His name at birth was Nasr Shohdi Tadros.
He graduated with a bachelor degree of science and education, and he worked as a math teacher. He later on ordained as a monk in the Saint Mary El-Sorian Monastery in 1991.
He was ordained a priest in 1995 and was elevated to the rank of hegumen in 2003.
He served the youth of the Archdiocese of Elkina prior to his ordination. He holds a diploma of the Coptic Studies from Netherlands.
We will now review Father Bohemios the Syrian. He was born on March 8, 1963 and was given the name Magid Karam Salah Lawindi.
He holds a bachelor degree of science and he was working as a math teacher before he went to the monastery of Saint Mary the Syrian and became a monk in July 1991.
He was ordained a priest in 1998 and was elevated to the rank of hegumen in 2004.
He's currently serving in the Diocese of Torino, Italy, as the hegumen in charge of this area.
We will now review Father Sarofim El-Soriani. He was born in 1959 and he's currently 53 years of age. His name given to him at birth was Aziz Sabri Aziz Ghali.
He holds a bachelor degree of science from Ain Shams University. He joined the monastery of Saint Mary El-Sorian as a monk in April 1992.
He was ordained a priest in June 1997 and was elevated to the rank of hegumen in January 2008.
He is currently serving as the hegumen of Honolulu, belonging to Los Angeles Diocese.
We have very little information on the remaining 4 candidates for Patriarch. For Father Anastasio Samueli, he was the past abbot of St. Samuel Monastery, and in 1981, he established St. Abraham's Group to serve those with special needs and those who have no one to serve them.
The final 3 candidates, we will be able to only mention their names until we recover more information about them. Father Pigol Saint Bishoy from Amba Bishoy Monastery, he is 61 years of age. Father Sawirus Saint Paula from Amba Pola, the Anchorite Monastery, he is 53 years of age. Father Bishoy Ava Pola from St. Paul, the Anchorite Monastery, and he is 48 years of age. Once we recover more information about 3 candidates, we will try to come back to you with this information. With this episode, we have tried to compile as much information as we possibly have. As you probably have noticed, we avoided trying to give you anything but facts. I know some of you may like to know more, but we will come back to you once the 17 becomes 7, and we will give you much more information on the following candidates once they count down to 7. I urge you, I plead to you that the only function the whole church should do now, not to go into debates who is better and who is a right candidate, but rather our job today as a church is to pray for the church, pray for Metropolitan Amba Bohemios and the rest of the Holy Synod, that may God give them wisdom to conduct the next few months in peace. We are going through a very exciting time, but a very critical time, and prayers are our only hope. Thank you for joining us in this program, Path to the Papal Seat 2012.